Hello more Purple Banditos, welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we were wrapping up a couple things in Ikana Canyon. In today's episode, we're actually going to enter the Ikana Ruins, or whatever you want to call this place, because this is actually where our adventure takes us next. So we also obtained the Mirror Shield last time, so we're going to be really looking quite good to progress on. And I'm actually excited for this place. You can already hear the music changing, and everything just has a whole different vibe to it. I know I was telling you guys yesterday that, you know, Ikana's supposed to be the place where people come and die, and this is where the dead roam. But it seems like there's a lot more going on than just the dead. So today we're going to have to make our way to what is kind of a side temple, I guess you could say. It's a bit of a side temple, and hopefully we'll be able to make it through it without too much trouble. Now let's see if I can continue figuring out all the puzzles. This actually reminds me a little bit of the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. When you have like the checkered walls and then they come down on you, you have to make sure you do everything carefully and don't get stomped out by these, you know, walls that are coming down on you. If you have the ceilings coming down on you, you just got to be a little bit more careful. And there we have it. It's been so long since I did this that I don't even remember this lava flowing down. I guess they've really changed a lot about this game. Or maybe it's been that long since I last played it. Alright, let me see what I have to do in here. I remember just having to explode these, but I think I have to make them bump into each other. There we have it. So it's been quite a while since I actually have done this area of the game, I would say. As you might be able to tell, I just seem a little bit rusty. But hopefully I'll get a little bit better as we get going deeper and deeper into this side dungeon. I think this is one of the coolest little side dungeons in this game because of all the story it has behind it. It kind of has a lot of story behind it, I would say. It's probably one of the places that has, you know, some of the most lore behind it. And I feel like it's really one of the areas that a lot of people just look past. They just don't really realize, you know, how much this place has to show. A lot of people just want to get past this area because it's a little bit creepy. And it is the final dungeon in this game, you know, that we're leading up to. So a lot of people just want to get past Ikana and forget to just really take it all in and get to explore it. And, you know, just really see everything about it, which is what I really like to explore. I completely forgot that you can get cursed in this game too. It's been so long since I've even been cursed in this game, you know, from these little jinxes, that I kind of forgot about that. Now, if you guys remember, we also picked up a powder keg, so we picked up a lot of different items that are going to help us here. So before you guys get to this area, just make sure that you have the powder keg, and you should be good to go. Let me continue running around here, though. I think I'm headed in the right direction, too. I just want to make sure that I'm focusing down at least a little bit, so I can, you know, get us through this, guys, which I think I'm going to. And then once we make it to the final dungeon, I think that's when everything's just gonna, you know, completely go crazy, because that is when we really come to the wrap-up and the conclusion of this game. Alright, let me go ahead and drop down here then. As you guys can see, too, it seems like I can only step on certain switches. So, you know, it seems just there's a little bit of mix of things. It seems like only certain characters can step on certain switches, and that's something that's really going to help us as we get going. I mean, you could say help us, or it could just be another aspect of the puzzle that we have to do. Okay, let me go ahead and actually get rid of these guys, though. You know, I think it's easier to just get rid of some of these, and then you don't have to worry about it, especially these zombies, since they are just a little bit creepy. But if you put on the Goron Mask, also another quick tip for you, they'll actually just dance and give you a bunch of rupees. So it's one of the easier ways to manage these guys. It's just really simple to take down the zombies. Kind of how the captain's hat can get, you know, the Stalfos or whatever they are to follow you around. That's pretty much what the Goron Mask does too. But with that, we're going to go ahead and melt down the second eye, which is going to give us access to another room. Now, if you guys remember, we just opened up a hole too, and it's actually that hole combined with the mirror shield that's truly going to help us here. So now that we have the mirror shield, we have so much more that we can actually do, and it's really, really cool. Just make sure you keep out your Goron Mask, and you'll be good to go, guys. This is not as difficult as it seems. The hardest part are probably the wall masters, and then other than that, it's actually a very, very simple dungeon to do. Okay, let me just go ahead and finish these guys off. collect a couple more rupees, because as I said, you never know when rupees are going to come in handy in this game. It's probably better to have them with you. Okay, so now we're going to take on an old boss. Now, I never had too much of a difficult time taking on this boss. We took it on a few times, so I think I'm going to be pretty good to take this one down too. I've always had, you know, I don't know, I've always had an easy time with these bosses, so I should be able to knock this one out too without that much trouble. This guy's so easy too. He kind of just chills in the same area. So if you just go ahead and shoot him down, you know, where he actually first stands, you're so set to go. All right, let's see if I can actually finish this guy off. There we go. This is really, really simple. This has to be one of the easiest, you know, mini bosses in this game, because he's just so simple to spot out. It's not like it even takes that much to spot this guy out. And with that, we went ahead and defeated him. So we have to start getting used to the mini bosses too, because, you know, it's part of this game. It's just going to keep putting us against a bunch of mini bosses, especially as we're finishing everything else up. Let me go ahead and just finish them off then, and then we'll be able to continue into the other room. Now, it's the other room that I guess you could say it starts getting a little bit tricky. I remember going through this dungeon as a kid, and I always had a bit of a difficult time with it, just because it was so kind of creepy, you know? It had this creepy just vibe around it, and you didn't really know what to do with it. Now, here's the big spot that I told you guys about, that we were going to use the powder keg. So let's just go ahead and equip that and the Goron's Mask. Yeah, I don't think Link is going to be throwing down the powder keg anytime soon. And now that we have the powder keg down, this is going to help us out a lot, guys. This is going to open up pretty much everything that we need to be here for. Is, you know, the powder keg. It just pretty much gives light to everything we were just around, and it's going to be kind of nice to see that now that we have a little bit more of a lit area. So we should be able to make our way through it quite well. Okay, let's go ahead and jump down then. And now, as you guys can see, everything seems to be lit, which is really, really good for us, because it gives us a bit more access, you know, deeper and deeper into this dungeon. So that's the cool part about it, that the more you destroy here, the more actually gets opened up to you, which is really, really good. Let's go ahead and equip our Deku Mask again then. Still a little bit of backtracking we need to do, but I think we're doing a pretty good job going through this. Also, once again, thank you guys to all of you who tune in. I've been having a lot of fun going through this with you guys. I know that it's a bit of a different Let's Play, but I just wanted to kind of branch out and do things a little bit different for once. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I like just playing through a game with you guys casually. And, you know, it's a bit of fun for me. I love when I get to, you know, do these types of things that are just a little bit different than the norm. And I've been having quite a bit of fun with it, trying to share everything with you guys that, you know, I've previously experienced. And, you know, that I do know a bit about this game for once. And it's nice to get to share this. Alright, let me go ahead and actually just step down a little bit more, so then we can just make our way around to the other room, which is actually where we need to be too, which is going to be really, really good. Alright, let me see where exactly that is where we have to go. Okay, I need to figure out what exactly it is we need to do. As I said, I do know what I'm doing, but once in a while, I get a little confused because there is a lot to do in this game. So you guys are going to have to bear with me just a tiny bit. Okay, I don't think there's a Skulltula over here. We're good, we're looking good. So now I should be good to just, like, make our way through to the next door. So now we are really pretty much set. If you don't feel confident, too, making these jumps, I highly suggest just equipping the Zoras Mask. That's something that could definitely help you out, too, if you're just having a little bit of a tough time doing the jumps. I personally am pretty decent at the jumping thing, so I kind of just, you know, tend to put on the little bunny hood and hope for the best. Now that we're back outside, though, yeah, this is definitely where we want to be. We're going to have to pretty much make our way over there and hope for the best, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the switch, and then here we go. Easy does it. Now we need to go ahead and jump over there in a good orderly fashion, because there's still quite a bit we actually need to trigger. And as you guys can see, it's just a little bit of a hard piece chilling over there. And if we could just, like, make our way over there without being knocked down by this crow-looking thing, I think we'll be good. And yeah, we have this in the bag. With that, guys, we obtained another heart piece here in Ikana. So this was actually one of the easier heart pieces, I would say. I think the only thing that makes it difficult is just the fact that you have to backtrack a little bit after getting it. But now that we went ahead and got that heart piece, we can finish up what we started here. This was pretty much just coming here and, you know, running around until we got the heart piece. But now that we've actually obtained that, we're pretty much good to go to finish up everything else here in this place. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And just, it's so funny when you just, like, shield these guys. You can just, like, kill them with your shield. That's just so funny to see because they seem like the most threatening of zombies or whatever they are. And then you can just, like, knock them down by running past them. As I was saying, now we're going to go deeper into the dungeon because we actually do need to take on a couple people. As I was saying, there's something very big coming in this dungeon, so let's just go ahead and get ready for it. I'm kind of excited to see what awaits us inside of here then, and I wonder what it could be, guys. Oh, insolent one who has brought the unthinkable into a land as dark as Ikana. My servants have fallen namelessly before the light that guides you. However, the darkness in which my servants live is, after all, fleeting. You shall see with your own eyes just what kind of thing true darkness really is. Alright guys, so we have ourselves a battle, and you actually need to go ahead and shoot some fire arrows at the curtains. So it'll open up a little bit of sunshine for us. And, you know, this is going to be the best thing to help us out because now we also have the mirror shield, which I got to tell you guys is going to help you out a ton here. So let's go ahead and actually just, let me see if I can aim my shield at them. That's what you're supposed to do. You're pretty much supposed to aim your light at them after they go down. And that is what takes these guys out of the fight. But I'm going to go ahead and open up a couple more curtains. Because, you know, the more light we have in here, the merrier. And they seem so worried about the light. That's why you can hear the king saying, you know, how could you bring this light into my darkness? And it's kind of funny to think about because we truly are bringing in something that these guys haven't seen in a long time. All right, let me see if I can aim my shield over there now. And there we go, there we go. So it seems like I did it for one of them. And now I'll just need to do it for one more. And then I think we'll be quite good to proceed on. Oh, this guy is really trying me, isn't he? There we go, there we go. I think I should have enough light to knock him down. And there we have it, guys. So it's a little bit easier of a fight than you would think. And it looks like the big boss is up next. Alright, let's go ahead and take on the big Honcho then. And as I said, it's pretty much the same premise. The same thing applies here. So we just need to make sure we knock him down. And then just shine a little bit of light on him. He's a little bit tougher to take down. But if you guys have just a tiny bit of patience, you should be able to take this guy down. Also, his dodging, make sure you dodge his floating head. It actually does a lot of damage. And it's something you don't want to be around because it can stick to you and just drain you for a lot of health. So let me go ahead and try to finish this guy off. Now, I know we're actually pretty close to doing some serious damage to him. There we have it. And now let me go ahead and actually shine my light up on him. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, mother fudger. I think I'm a little bit too far away. Yeah, I think I needed to use the other lights. But that's okay. It just means I have to dodge around a little bit more. And I'm okay with that. I'd say that I'm pretty good at these fights. So if it takes us a little bit more time to make sure that we get it done, you know, that's something that I'm okay with. But as you guys can tell, we're not even taking that much damage now that we have the Great Bay, you know, straight fairy power-up. It's literally like a piece of cake. Okay, I was actually hitting him. For a second, I thought my light was actually shining on him. Come on, man. I got him, I got him, I got him. This is gonna be it. This should be it. And there we have it, guys. So by shining our light on him, we have gone ahead and defeated him. And it looks like his head has popped back up. You're blocking me. Get out of the way. I can still get him. Blocking you? The reason he beat us is because you were so feeble. Don't blame this on me. What? Just try saying that again to my bony face. Feeble! Feeble, feeble, feeble! Shut up already! Good, don't look at me. I was once called the best swordsman in all of Ikana. The greatest swordsman in all of Ikana. You, feeble. Draw your weapon. Huh? I'm telling you to draw your sword. How? stop? What fools? Haven't you begun to understand? The kingdom being ruined and us left in this state. Isn't it petty, little battles like this that have caused it? Believing in your friends and embracing that belief by forgiving failure. These feelings have vanished from our hearts. It all happened after somebody thrust open the doors to the stone tower. You bring light to darkness. I am the king of Ikana Kingdom. The spellbinding that had been cast upon us was broken. To return true light, you must seal the doors to the stone tower. Wow. Okay, guys, so that is what we're gonna have to do next. We need to seal the doors to the stone tower because it is from stone tower that the curse is coming. So let's go ahead and learn this song then. Okay, we learned the creepy song that makes you create clones of yourself that look terrifying. This soldier who has no heart is your twin image, a shell of yourself that will shed when your song commands it. On my kingdom shine the light of justice. And with that, guys, we have gone ahead and finished up what we needed to here. It's a bit of a sad place, I must say, and we learned the Elegy of Emptiness. Next up, we're gonna continue our way and climb to the top of Stone Tower. So I'm just gonna go ahead and exit out of here and make our way there. That way, we can begin climbing and hopefully ridding the land of this curse that has been placed upon it. I'll be back in a couple seconds. So with that, guys, we have gone ahead and exited out. Let's go ahead and make our way to the top of the stone tower. Now that we have the Elegy of Emptiness, we can actually climb up the stone tower, so that's not something that you could do before that. So that's the reason why we're going ahead and doing things this way. Now, it looks like this place is terrifying, and I'm excited to make our way inside it once again. So with that, guys, it looks like we have arrived at the stone tower. And this is a very, very big area, and it looks quite dangerous actually too. Now, I haven't been inside of the stone tower in a really long time, and I know that it takes quite a bit of time to climb to the top of it, so I'm gonna try to just do it as fast as I can and hope that I'm doing it the right way. I know that there's a lot going on here, so let's go ahead and play the Elegy of Emptiness, which we just learned. As I said to you guys, it pretty much creates a clone of you, a clone with no soul that just stands there and just kind of holds your position, which is a little bit dark, a little bit creepy. But in a way, you could just think about it as, you know, just a placeholder, I guess you could say, if you don't want to think about it in the super dark aspect that is a little bit terrifying if you really, really get into it. But I'm going to try my best to line up. Oh, yeah, I'm doing really good already, actually. But you know what? We are actually going to need to equip another mask if that's where we want to place it. We want to raise all these stones up, as you guys can see. So in order to do that, we are going to need to equip another mask, a transformation mask, because it's the other 3 transformation masks alongside Link that allow you to put these placeholders, as you could say. So in total, you can only put down 4 placeholders, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but honestly, it is. It definitely is a lot. Because then you'll have to use these little placeholders in such different ways that it's just going to be so much different to make your way through the dungeon, having to remember which ones you use and which ones you don't. But now that we went ahead and placed this one, we can actually climb a little bit higher, which is good for us. It's just a matter of climbing higher and higher up to this dungeon. So, you know, once you figure it out, it's not the worst thing. But we're actually going to need to put down another mask here. So let me go ahead and let me place down the Goron Mask. He's a big guy. The Goron also holds down some of the bigger switches. So if you see a switch that's really, really big and you notice that none of your characters can actually hold them down, it's probably meant for the Goron. And let me go ahead and just play the Elegy of Emptiness. It's going to be one of those songs that I need to remember a little bit, but hopefully I'll start picking up on it. You know, going ahead and switching to these new 3DS controls, you know, it's a little bit different than going through the normal, like, N64 controller and playing Majora's Mask that way, so it takes a little bit of getting used to. But so far, I've really, really been enjoying this game. I'd have to tell you that it was almost like it was meant to be in 3D because it is such a beautiful game. Now, we're getting a little bit closer to climbing to the tower. Hopefully, I'm getting about as close as I need to be. Wow, that guy's actually tearing me up a little bit. Let me go ahead and blow him up. I didn't know how much damage these guys were actually going to do to me. So there we have it. I'm just going to go ahead and knock that guy out, guys. We'll just go ahead and take him out really quickly. I think that's one of the easier ways to do this. All right, so now we are going ahead and we're working on the second set of stairs to climb up. That's where we're at. So we're making our way, yeah, definitely, the second 3 blocks. Okay, so I am gonna have to step on these if I want to make our way to the top. Oh, and then once we make our way to the top, there's a puzzle in itself there. All right, let me go ahead and actually, you know what? This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right at all. I think I might have missed something. Let me go ahead and just explore around a little bit. I just want to make sure that we're doing this in the right order. And I know that sometimes there are blocks that you don't even need to do. Huh, okay, so that one is going to go ahead and try to push forward. The other one lifts up automatically. So this one, I think, is definitely going to be placed here without a doubt. I have no concerns about that one. So let's go ahead and play the Elegy of Emptiness. I still haven't got it down, guys. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to do it, but, you know, I'll get it eventually. I'll get it eventually. I can't believe we're this close to getting to the end of the game, too. It's honestly pretty crazy to think about. We've been on this adventure for quite a while, and that's why I really thank all of you guys who have joined me for it, because, you know, I feel like I've grown so much as I've played through this game, too, because it's been so much, you know, longer period of time that I've been playing this game for, that from the very beginning to now, I feel like I've grown and changed so much as a person that it's kind of nice to, you know, be able to wrap up a game such as this with you guys. And I'm glad that I've had the chance to do a Let's Play such as this. And there we go. I knew I was missing one of them, because it's nice to, you know, grow as a person as you're playing through something, seeing the progress in it. And that's why I've been having a lot of fun with this game so far, because I feel like I've been growing a lot myself throughout this whole Let's Play too. And I hope you guys, you know, have been seeing that quite a bit too, which is, it's kind of nice. It's kind of funny how you can see a person grow through some time. And, you know, to us, if we watch it like back to back, it doesn't seem like that huge of a period of time, but for somebody else in their life, it can seem like, you know, such an extended period. But let's go ahead and make our way back up then. I feel like I've pretty much set, okay, that's nice. I've set up what I wanted to, so I think we should be pretty good to climb up now, and then hopefully set up the next couple big steps, which I believe we're very close to doing. I think we're one song away. So let me just climb back up here. We're gonna have to play the Zoras Mask last, and with that, hopefully, yes, this is looking really, really good. There we go, there we go. The steps have been placed, and now we are pretty much set to finish up our climb to Stone Tower. So it's not the most difficult of things. I guess it's a little tedious, but nothing that we can't handle. And with that, guys, we're gonna play our last Elegy of Emptiness, or at least I hope so, because I don't remember the last time I climbed up this tower. It's been quite a while. Unless they've added some tricks here, I think we'll be pretty much good to make our way to where we want to be for this tower. So I think we have actually reached it. Or at least we're really... Mother fudger, really? I like how the rock just, like, rolls up. And, wow, okay, relax a little. Relax a little here, guys. Just relax a little bit. I'm trying to make my way up. I'm so close. Maybe just a little bit closer. Oh, yeah. This is good. This is gonna be good, guys. There we have it. Very nice. And with that, guys, we have made it pretty much, you could say, to the top of Stone Tower. So next time, we're going to continue things here from this point and knock out a couple more side quests. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me some tips and comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.